Hi, Ohad. My name's Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you for sending in your essay for correction. This one, we need the title here actually. It's because it's an interesting title. Let me just try and find the title. Okay, so international marketing is sometimes seen as invasive and an intrusion. So we need to show the examiner we understand those words. Others argue it's a necessary and economical form of education. Okay, so international marketing is all around us and affects our lives everywhere. Some people may find it intrusive and invasive. Others believe it's necessary and important tool. I believe it's an important and useful way of spreading culture. Okay, be very careful. You're aiming for a really high band score and you've only giving yourself a week, which is really ambitious, if I'm honest. So you need to, I don't know if you've done IELTS before, but you need to understand how this works. So international marketing or advertising, it's all around us. Yeah, I would say it's present in all parts of the world and affects our lives everywhere. Yes, I mean, affects, maybe be a bit more specific, it affects consumer choices or influences consumers everywhere. Capital letter, may find it intrusive and invasive. Don't use the same words as the examiner. You need to use your own words here. Others believe it necessary and important tool. Spelling of there important, but you don't want to use the same words at all as the examiner. So some people may find it unwelcome or inappropriate for their culture. However, other consumers, other business people, think of who it might be. Okay, believe it's a necessary. So it says it's extremely important tool to do what? Why? Why is it important? So tell me why. I believe it is important and useful way of spreading culture and ideas. Okay, you need to be a little bit more specific across borders. You don't need that. I take that out. So across borders because. So if you're going to use that just a little bit, I don't want much extra, but I want a bit extra because otherwise the intro is just not strong enough. You've got to have a very strong intro. The examiner makes up their mind when they read your intro, what band score you are. Really important that. The aim for international marketing is usually economical, though that doesn't mean it can't eventually have a favourable outcome. I don't think the two things are opposite, actually. Is usually economical, aiming to encourage consumers to purchase a wide range of attractive and appealing products from either locally or overseas, or from overseas. So I think that's an interesting way to start. What's the aim of it? But I think that's a strong topic sentence, so that would come in at the beginning here. I wouldn't use that sentence, don't need that. But also, just while we're here, you can't contract in an IELTS essay. You have to have the long forms, and you've got to watch your spelling. You'll lose marks for wrong spelling. When targeting an audience, there's an inherent acknowledgement, spelling again, that this is important, that this is an important and interesting culture. It's not really the culture, it's the product we're selling, aren't we? So spelling there, important but acknowledgement. Moreover, it generates acceptance for different cultures and language. Yes, okay, good. Which might otherwise be overlooked. Through international marketing campaigns, let's get in some language to do with advertising here. We can see in a positive light the diversity, spelling, between countries and people, hence relieve the fear from other cultures and languages. Okay, yes, that's quite interesting. Rather than we, use consumers, don't use we, or the diversity between countries and peoples can be seen in a positive light. Change it into a passive, which would get you more points on grammar. In Israel, for example, McDonald's, spelling, understood that Israelis, not Israelites, Israelis don't like Big Mac or do not enjoy Big Mac. Therefore, they have marketed present perfect. A different hamburger called McRoyal, which does not have bun in the middle. Bun in the middle or burger in the middle? Does not have. Okay. Due to its success in Israel, capital letter, McDonald's later marketed this hamburger internationally, along with falafel, which is the local. Okay, good. Okay, so that's a nice example. Really watch out on your spelling mistakes. You will lose a lot of marks on spelling. I'm really sorry, but IELTS is hard. However, so that's a good paragraph on that one. However, critics have often argued that international marketing might be intrusive and invasive. Okay, so give me other words. Which flattens the essence of cultural diversity. Flattens the essence. Not sure what you mean there. Diversity S. Large corporations may use international marketing in order to invade smaller markets and push aside competition. Okay, flattens. Okay, so through reducing competition and lessening maybe cultural variations. You could have that instead. I like what you mean, but we could say it that way, say it a different way. This powerful and well-funded source of information. So remember, you've got to show as much language as you can harm local businesses and actually put them out of business. Okay, businesses, maybe not repeat. Another aspect is the way international marketing is looked at in the local population's eye. When McDonald's spelling started with shops in France, capital letter, there was opposition in local communities because they were insulted, spelling, by the idea of fast food. Okay, yes, but let's not have McDonald's all the way through. There must be another example you could think of. I like the idea here, but maybe translate that into another company. Quite a good one is Zara Clothes. They are very popular in the West, but the styles are not always accepted in the Middle East. It may be seen as culturally inappropriate or unsuitable. In conclusion, so international marketing is in constant debate. So here I would get your opinion up to here. I believe that, although the rules and regulations of international marketing are in constant debate. So in conclusion, although there's a lot of discussion about it or it's in debate, then you want to have your opinion, I believe. Positive aspects, and then you want to have positive aspects, particularly something or other, are far greater than negative ones, such as cultural sensitivity. So you need to give me a little bit more what you mean there, okay? So good work on that one. I can see you've sent another one in as well. Let's have a look at your task 1. So we want 4 sections, which you've got. So income tax comparison. So don't use the same words. Paraphrase this. You've got to find another way of saying that. How much money was paid in income tax or something like that. 6 Western countries, capital W. I like having this up here, personally. Doesn't really matter, but I like having it there. Income tax varies greatly according to country and civil status examined. Okay, that's fine. You could make that a bit longer and give me the highs and the lows. Czech Republic is clearly the country with the lowest income tax for both single and married people, with a tax level, or tax rate. You don't repeat all the time. Think of paraphrasing. About 12%. Yep. France has been recorded as having. So get some more exciting grammar in here. The second lowest, a very similar percentage. Okay, good. While Denmark spelling has the highest rates of income tax. So instead of has, recorded, is registered as or registered with, something like that. Show me language, show me verbs. The highest spelling rate with a speak of 30 and 25% married people, comma, you've started with while, so connect. Belgium, okay, good, that's fine. When comparing, this is what I want, good. Singapore, except for Finland. You can't start with whereas, you'd have to have it whereas, good. I like that. I think that's a good answer on that one. Remember, more vocabulary, and think about your grouping, which you are doing there, grouping and comparing. That's the key thing in that answer, grouping and comparing, okay? So well done, good work. I'll do your other correction later today. We have various options. I'm thinking before your exam on Saturday, there's no more discount options. You've had the 2 options there. There is a 9 essay pack you could get involved in. We could try and get through that in a week. I'm not sure if we can. We could try. But I think there's quite a lot of work for you to do to get to the 7. I'll be really honest with you. If you can delay your exam at all and do some more work with us, I think that might be better. 7 is really, really hard. And it's they've given you a big score to aim for, haven't they? So I think we need a little bit of work on the structure here. I think we need some work on adding examples, and I think you need to do some work on spelling and like building the grammar, building the vocabulary to really show the examiner how skilled you are. Okay, but thanks for sending that, and well done.